One of the things that quarantine has brought out of a lot of us is a certain creativity and resourcefulness. My name is Rachel, and today on the Sago Show, I'm going to be showcasing one of my favorite quarantine creations, which are these mini Longanisa sausage rolls, and you really only need these 3 key ingredients. Skinless longanisa, or you can also use longanisa with the casings removed, an egg, and store-bought pie dough. This package I bought contains 2 rounds. First, I'm going to flour my workspace and roll out the pie dough. You will want to make sure that you set out your pie dough and your longanisa so that they can be completely thawed out so that everything cooks evenly. Next, I'm going to score the pie dough and cut it into about 4-inch squares. These don't have to be perfect, and I also know that some people might come for me for cutting on my Silpat, but 1, this is a butter knife, and 2, I'm just using it to score the dough, and 3, I'm being really careful. Also 4, it's not your Silpat. Very important here is to not throw away the edges. I can hear my mom in my head saying, Anak, you can still use that. Just knead it together a little bit and then you'll be able to roll it out and cut more squares out of it. A lot of times I see my parents in myself, and one example is how I really don't like to throw anything away or waste anything. And speaking of my parents, they were really skeptical when I told them about this recipe, both this and the Sinigang Mayo. I mean, yeah, they're far from authentic, and I've thought a lot about my feelings towards Filipino fusion food. But I do think that a white chef adding blueberries and ice cream into a dish and calling it halo halo, and then profiting off of it is a little bit different from a Filipino American bringing ingredients together from different cultures that we have had to learn how to straddle. And so now that we have completely exhausted all of our dough, you can start laying down each longanisa about 1/3 of the way from the bottom. Wet the lower edge of the square, fold it over, press it down, and then crimp the edges with a fork. I'm also going to make a few cuts in each sausage roll. Next, we're going to beat our egg to make an egg wash. Now, using a brush, I'm going to carefully add this to each sausage roll. And lastly, add a sprinkle of kosher salt to each one. And then we'll get these in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. While that's baking, I'm going to make the Sinigang Mayo. To do this, you just need 1/3 cup of mayo, Then add a half tablespoon of sinigang powder. I'm not going to say anything, just trust me on it. My family loves this. Once the longanisa rolls are out of the oven, they should be a really beautiful golden color, and you can tell that these are going to be really yummy and flaky, and these were so easy. So here I am, eating my longanisa sausage rolls with sinigang mayo. And on the Sago Show, I know we talk a lot about how food changes over time because of the ingredients that people have access to in the place that they live. Food is always evolving, and us being in the diaspora should learn about where our food originates, but also know that we've had to adapt. We've had to be resourceful because of where we live. I hope you enjoyed this one and try it out sometime. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay plugged in with the Sago Show. My name's Rachel. Salamat.